Nvidia's RTX Spark laptops.
Introducing RTX Spark. Everything we've learned over 33 years, distilled into one chip. Blackwell RTX GPU, 128 gigabytes of unified memory. TSMC 3 nanometer process, 70 billion transistors. And in close collaboration with Microsoft, a Windows platform for agents. We're reinventing the personal computer.
Microsoft and Nvidia meticulously optimized everything so that this computer literally runs everything the world has ever created, plus it now runs agents. This is an incredible computer. The number of partners that are so excited to bring RTX Spark to the market is just incredible. You know, this is the first across the lineup of PC reinvention for 40 years. Everybody will support RTX Spark and will be building incredibly smart and powerful and beautiful laptops with all of us. This is the most amazing chip the world has ever built. This is the N1X that we built in partnership with MediaTek. I think I saw Rick earlier. This is N1X. This is a beautiful chip. This is a chip that frankly would take 33 years to build.
I was emailing with Patrick Moorhead this morning over at More Insights, who covers the industry very closely. And he said, I'm not surprised, but he said the play is simple. They're already in data center, robotics, industrial edge, car, and gaming, high-end PCs. That's the next frontier.
Why not get into this?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I just sort of come to realize I still don't really quite get what that chip does to some extent. And I think that's sort of funny that we're 4 or 5 years into this. NVIDIA's driving the market. And I still don't quite understand the difference in the chips. Like, for instance, this announcement, okay, they're getting into a whole new business. I'm not sure I even understood the fact that there are this many other businesses that NVIDIA can keep getting into. When you think about sort of the bull case for the stock moving forward, the question has continuously been, okay, so much growth is priced in. Where do you get more growth from? This seems to be a big driver. I mean, stock was up 2.5% in pre-market the last time I looked. It seems like a real new potential top line for them.
Yeah, they also have tried this game before. They tried to get into personal computer processor chips several years ago, kind of fizzled out. They moved into AI, they did everything else. Now they're coming back with some real firepower behind them, right? They've got more money than anybody else playing in this game. A great stat from Bloomberg. NVIDIA's sales in the most recent quarter roughly equal to Intel and AMD's annual totals for all of last year.
Yeah.
So it shows you they can now come in and say, this is our game now, and here's our growth. Here's where we're going to keep finding that new business that we have to find to keep exciting people and getting them to buy the stock.
And the traditional business has been growing too. My chart of the week last week in my newsletter was just simply highlighting year-over-year revenue growth and year-over-year EPS growth for NVIDIA. Looking at each quarter, you look at the revenue, it's perking up again. Same with earnings per share. The earnings per share and revenue growth year over year, perking up again. The growth stock story is still there, and the stock trades below a market multiple when you talk about a growth stock that actually isn't that expensive. I think that's why you continuously see analysts pounding the table. At Barron's, we've recommended it again, saying we still think it's a stock pick. I mean, the NVIDIA story still seems very well intact at this point, and then you just have these nice little cherries on top.
It's the kind of the first swing that NVIDIA is taking in using its kind of super chip setup in a consumer laptop. So basically, it's running a Blackwell GPU. It has its own CPU as well, and it kind of works similar to what you would see out of Intel's chiplets or Qualcomm's chiplets, but it's using NVIDIA's technology. And so that gives it kind of a leg up here. The company says that you'll be able to get up to 128 gigabytes of RAM. That's absolutely massive. It does seem as though this is going to be targeting the top tier of consumers out of the gate. There's already been some laptops shown from Asus, from Dell, HP. Microsoft is going to be launching one of their Surface laptops with this chip inside. And the way that they're kind of framing this is kind of two or three ways. The first is all AI agents, in that this will be able to be perfect for running local AI agents on device using that GPU, using the built-in neural processing unit, NPU, as well as the CPU. That'll make it ideal for that application. The other is gaming, of course. That's NVIDIA's, kind of where it got its start. And then the third is high efficiency kind of performance. They're basically saying that this will get all day battery life. It's using an ARM chip, the 128 gigabytes of memory. That basically lines up with the highest end MacBook Pro. And that costs $5,000 if you want to buy that. So that's not exactly cheap by any stretch. That also runs on an ARM-based chip. And the laptop, desktop kind of market has been broken into Intel AMD chips. It's called x86, and ARM for a while. And ARM just didn't have the support that Intel and AMD had when it came to what apps could run on those chips. Now with Qualcomm working with Microsoft, that's been kind of worked out a lot more. We're seeing, the vast majority of applications now run either natively or via emulation. And so that gives Nvidia a boost here because they're also running ARMs.
Black leather jacket loving Jensen Huang has worked his magic again on markets around the world. In a keynote conference in Taipei, Huang said Nvidia will drop a super PC chip in the fall that takes aim at Intel and AMD. The news has sent shares of tech players ARM, IBM, Hewlett-Packard, and ServiceNow ripping higher. Qualcomm, though, is getting smashed on competitive concerns, ditto AMD and Intel. But Huang said on the potential of AI is what I think the AI bulls are so excited about today. I won't say these are new thoughts from the always bullish Huang, more akin to tweaks to prior upbeat comments that arrive.
People. Therefore, those agents are going to use more tools than ever. Every company will have agents running inside. Every company will see that agents will need its own operating system. Every company is asking us, how do we run agents safely? How do we build agents for our own workloads? And so we have the NVIDIA Agent Toolkit for Enterprise AI. You've seen me build this in plain sight.
Jensen Huang has a great ability to talk about the future of AI and all the things it's going to do. And right now in the market mindset, any happy talk about AI creates an automatic rally. And the reveal of the chip that's going to go into laptops and potentially change laptops forever has now got a whole bunch of stocks rallying, including Nvidia. And so here we go again. Now, geopolitical headlines have turned a bit sour here in the last 10 minutes, but the AI enthusiasm that's carrying this market, it is alive and well. If you whisper AI, it seems like your stock's going to go up 10%, and the gains are simply jaw-dropping, as are, by the way, the earnings increases for a lot of these companies. I mean, this is not just hype. These companies are making mountains of money.